Now, Ms. Ralston,
Yes.
because there is a domestic violence restraining order in place, if your client would prefer to wait back here, she can do that.
Okay.
Cause this is a settlement conference,
would you
normally
like?
on but if you wanna stay in the room, ma'am, it's up to you.
Okay, she'll be here, that's
You
fine.
wanna stay here? Okay, all right. So what I wanted to do, Mr. Tice, this, I'm assuming, is this your motion? Are you guys here on the motion regarding visitation rights or custody rights? 'Cause
Yes.
I noticed in the file that you have a 9-year-old daughter. Okay, and I'm assuming that that's what this is about because my calendar notes that I received from the clerk basically say it's a return from a family court services recommendation. Okay, and what is it, so, did you file a motion, is that how this started?
No, you are actually, what started is I moved to Florida.
Oh,
Um,
okay,
understand, Your Honor, for the these orders have been in place for, I don't know, going on 5 years.
right,
We never used supervisors. We never did. In fact, before Florida, I got a picture on my phone. Right before I left for Florida, we took pictures. Like, it wasn't until I moved to Florida, and even when I was in Florida, things were still good. It wasn't until she started dating her childhood piano teacher and also molester, Michael Escobedo, that suddenly things changed. Nothing changed on my end, understand, Judge. I called my daughter all the time, FaceTimed her, and then all of a sudden she just boop, no contact. And I didn't have contact from my daughter for 5 months. And then I get here in Florida, or I drove, because she blocked everything. I drove back from Florida to here to California. Your Honor, keep in mind, I didn't want to take my daughter from her mother.
okay.
I don't.
So, no, but, so you filed a motion.
I didn't file anything, no.
You
That's what I'm
didn't
trying to
file
explain. I didn't file anything.
So
She
Mom
did.
filed something with this court.
Yeah, I'd still like to know
regarding
why.
custody of your 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay, and, was a hearing then held, is that what happened? A hearing held in front of a judge?
I believe so, yes.
Were you here for that hearing, or did
Yes.
you not come for that?
No, I was here. I've been
So it
here
would have
for.
been a couple months ago that would have got it in.
Yeah,
filed.
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you came back for that, and, well, what happened at Family Court Services? What did they recommend?
Oh, well, basically because, she's got a very good lawyer, they threw out everything. So I was recommended to do drug tests. I had 5 of them. I missed one because I was out of town working, and then so I took other ones. I have like 8, 9 negatives. I have here from the
Did you
front.
provide copies of those?
Yes,
to
I
the
did, but
lawyer?
they're saying they're no good because didn't meet their guidelines or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know how you fake a drug test, but they said that they weren't observed. They were observed. Just I have right here from the owner who did the drug testing saying that that's all the steps that they take. So the drug tests were, negative. They're saying just because there wasn't 6 consecutive that I missed one, but I did go and take like 3 more drug tests to make up for that one.
What drug are you being tested for?
Currently, I actually don't even know now. I guess they want to test me for marijuana now.
Okay.
Because in here, the drug forensic evaluation done on 10/11/19 says no other intervention. It says that father has been clean from all substance abuses for over 2 years. Like I said, Your Honor.
But, okay,
Things
so,
were
no, so I'm very familiar with this.
Okay.
Fact pattern.
Okay, so what?
So what is it that you are here today to test? Have you had visitation with your daughter?
No, yes, Your Honor. No. Okay, yes, I would like visitation. I would like unsupervised visitation because
So
I'm.
Family Court Services recommended that you have supervised visitation only until you had done all the drug testing? Is that what they recommended?
I guess that's what it is. Your Honor, I still don't really understand everything, but what I had told them, is.
I'm looking at an order here from December 11th by Judge Damrell.
Yeah.
Is that who? And were you in court that day?
Yes, Your Honor,
That
yes.
day?
Yes.
Let's see. And mother requested the trial. and you were having supervised visits.
Mhm.
Okay, you hadn't completed a 52-week batterers treatment program.
Mhm.
Have you done that yet?
No, Your Honor, and actually, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't even know about it until here. Until like I did the anger management, I did all the other things.
Okay, I'm not sure that that's different than a batterers treatment.
Well, here's the
program.
thing, Your Honor. I
Is
don't.
there a specific batterers treatment program out of Placer County that you have to complete?
Well, I'm not going to take it because I don't live. I'm not. That was 5 years ago, and actually, Your Honor, I would really like if you could ask them to get the victim report for that because they are refusing to get the victim report, and with their refusal, Amanda has lied on multiple court documents about what transpired that night. And in fact, if they would just get me that victim report like I've requested dozens of times, it would actually help my case in representing
Are you
myself.
talking about a police report?
Yes,
Or
the
is it-
domestic, there was one domestic
You
violence.
can subpoena that directly from.
I've already tried. They
Directly
said,
from law enforcement.
okay, I've tried. They say only the victim is allowed to get it.
That's until conviction has occurred, and once they've decided not to
Your Honor, I've
prosecute.
tried. It's old. It's years old. It's been closed. All I want is the report of what happened that
Well,
night.
I do this in our local law enforcement.
Okay.
Routinely, and it's just a cost. You just go and request it. This, if you have the report number and
I do.
you say that the date that it occurred,
Uh-huh.
and tell me how much it'll cost me to get a copy of that report.
I understand, Your Honor.
Because if there's no crime pending against you.
I understand,
And the
Your Honor.
DA's already decided, then law enforcement, they usually just give the law.
Your Honor, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They won't. They wouldn't give it to my father. My assistant tried. They are telling me only the victim can get it.
Well,
And
your father and your assistant can't get it because they're not you.
okay, well, okay.
And
Well,
they
even when I
can't-
tried.
They can't practice law without a license.
No, I understand that. So what I'm saying is, even when I
Your
tried.
lawyer can get it.
Okay, so how do I get? Because I tried, and they're saying that only she can get it. I don't. That's what I'm saying, and they're saying they
I know for a
refuse
fact
to.
That's not true because I've had cases just like
I
this
understand, Your Honor.
myself
I
in my
understand.
little hometown.
I'm.
And, you know, as long as the DA has ruled they either are or are not going to pursue conviction in a criminal court, once they decide they're not, you just have to pay the fine, but you have to ask for it yourself, not your father, not your friend. You have to do it yourself.
I did, Your
Or
Honor.
your lawyer has to.
I'm
do a
trying to
subpoena.
explain to
You
you.
can do a subpoena, well, then do a subpoena. You can do
Okay.
a subpoena, you have to bring it to the court and have the judge here sign it, off on it, but you can do a subpoena then. You know, and if you need help with that, you can go to the self-help
Okay,
center, or
okay.
help you file across
So
the street.
I have to do it. You can't just ask them to just if they can get. Okay.
No, they don't have to do that.
I got it. Okay.
You have to do your own homework,
Yeah.
that's the way it works.
No, I understand. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm trying. And okay.
I understand, well, that's what I'm here for.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yes, you do.
Can you
And the other question is, I'm assuming, I have to ask Ms. Ralston a question at this
Yeah.
point. Did you subpoena the mediator for this trial
Yes,
next year?
Your Honor.
Okay, so the mediator is gonna be there to explain why they did what they did.
Your Honor, may I go back and,
Pardon?
may I go back and give you some information that would help fill in the
No,
gaps?
no, I don't think I need to know a lot of information, but I'll let you know if I do. I'm looking at the order, the minute order that was issued on December 11th by Judge Banwell right now. This order, did you get this order, Mr. Tice?
Yes, Your Honor.
You did,
Mhm.
because you said earlier you didn't know exactly what you were supposed to do.
No. The 52 weeks batter and the 2 drug tests. I know that's what I was supposed to do, but
Well, no, it also says that you agreed in court to participate in random drug testing for 6 months.
okay.
It hasn't been 6 months since December.
No, I already did the 6 months. Now the judge, I didn't
Well,
agree.
no, this order is a December 11th
Okay, I didn't
order.
agree to anything actually. Let me put it this way.
Okay, well, you can disagree with the judge's order.
That's fine. So I'm
She's
disagreeing with
probably
it.
the same judge you could very well be in front of when you go back to court.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know how to explain to the court that I'm not living here. I'm trying to move back. I have a
The court
home.
understands that.
Yeah. So like as far as the
But-
52
but
weeks.
The issue is you have a 9-year-old child at
Mhm.
risk.
Yeah.
And the court job is to protect that 9-year-old child.
I
It really
understand.
isn't about you at all, sir.
No, I know, and
It's
that's
really about your daughter.
That's the
That's
whole
what the
problem.
courts- That's the judge's perspective, is it's really about your daughter
Well-
being protected. And I understand if in fact your ex-wife was molested as a child, as you said, I don't know if any of those facts are even true. But even, and I can understand you might be concerned about your daughter being in that environment, but the bottom line is, with you living in Florida, there isn't a whole lot you can do, because they're not gonna fruit basket upset your daughter based just on what you say.
Okay, well, how about we go with what my daughter says then?
Well, because your daughter, it is unfair to put your daughter in the middle. You are not supposed to be discussing court proceedings with your daughter. You are not.
You're not letting me finish.
Cross-examining your daughter.
Not.
About.
These are just the supervised visits of things she said during the visit that were very big red flags, like her not eating, her not brushing her teeth, mother's never home. I mean, this is all my daughter's
Did
words.
the person who supervises your visits, did they make notes about that?
Oh yeah, this is
After
all,
each visit?
they were all in here, and actually, Your Honor, the
You're gonna
supervisor.
present this evidence at trial next
Yes, I
week?
am, and
Okay, have you subpoenaed your supervisor of your visits?
no,
to the
but
hearing?
thank you, I will, now that I
You will
know to
need
do that. Okay. Supervisor, okay.
You have to be very careful with custody matters, because children are very smart, and they tend to figure out what parents want to hear. And what psychologists tell us is that children will oftentimes say things to each parent that they think that parent wants to hear. And if your daughter has been sensitized that you wanna hear a certain version of reality, she may be telling you what she thinks you wanna hear,
No.
and they may not have any basis in fact.
This is all nothing that I want to hear.
I
This is
understand.
actually things
But
that I.
here's the problem, Mr. Tice.
Good.
Today,
Yeah, I'm not, we'll
the
take this
only
to trial.
thing
yeah.
that I can do today is tell you the likely outcome at trial. And the likely outcome at trial in your situation isn't that a judge is gonna reverse what she did less than 2 months ago. If she gave you 5 months, 6 months, you agreed, it says in her order that you agreed to 6 months of random drug testing. She's gonna wanna see you do that 6 months of random drug testing. You can't, doesn't start until December 11th when she orders it. That's the first problem you really have. The second hurdle you have is that you live in Florida right now. And under these circumstances, there's no way the judge can do anything if your daughter is with you in Florida. There's no way a judge can do anything to help your daughter.
Then have her go live with my
So,
sister in
is there
Wrigley.
an order right now for you to visit with your child?
Yeah, but I can't even
You said
do
you
that.
have supervised visits?
No, I can't do that either. They said DC Connections, but Amanda told DC Connections, she added a whole bunch of other stipulations. I can't take pictures. I haven't seen my daughter since before Christmas. I actually can't afford to.
But those kind of stipulations are normal in a situation where you have, there are concerns about the safety of the child.
What's the concern?
I don't know what the judge decided or what Family Court Services said, because it's in their reports, and I
Yeah.
can't litigate the case with you
No, I
today.
understand.
You're
I understand.
You're in a place right now, though, where you can't do very much except just do what the court ordered.
Okay, so I can
And
subpoena the
my
victim
suggestion
report.
to you is when you go to trial, not much is gonna change. That's my job, is to tell you the likely outcome at trial. And I'm telling you, the likely outcome at trial is that not much is gonna change from what's in here. Because you are sitting in a place right now where you can't really say too much against the mom, because the daughter's only got 2 parents, and you've already got so many issues. This domestic violence restraining order, does the mother have sole legal and sole physical custody yet? With the domestic violence restraining order, which you now have against you in Placer County, she has a right to sole legal and sole physical custody.
Okay.
So you have managed with your threats to shrink your rights down to almost nothing.
They're not threats. Just
You're
nobody
the
wants to hear me.
biological father, and you're entitled to see your daughter under supervised conditions set by the judge. But the judge's job is to not order those conditions unless they're warranted, unless the judge feels that it's valid. And if Family Court Services said that's what's needed to protect this 9-year-old child, the judge is not likely to change that. That Family Court Services people are there because they're mental health professionals, and they are schooled and educated in what is best for children, particularly a 9-year-old girl.
Yeah, I guess apparently not, but
I know it's frustrating, I know it's difficult, and you still need to go get that MC050 from Sharon Huddle. And, you know, but my best advice to you is, cause I think you're doing a lot of stuff that's gonna just make things worse for you, is just let that trial go, drop it, leave it where it is, get yourself relocated to California.
No.
Hopefully finish your 6 months of drug testing, and then maybe go back to Family Court Services and say, I'm ready to have unsupervised visits with my daughter in California again.
I appreciate it, but like you said, you just want to help me with the trial. So how subpoena the victim, the people that I want to subpoena, Your Honor? How do I do that?
Well, I'm not here to give you legal advice.
No, can you just tell me how I'm supposed to?
Well, even if you get a subpoena done,
Mhm.
you can do it how, you can go up, you could get help in the self-help center downstairs.
Yeah.
There's a place across the street that's called Help You File that will help people with their paperwork that needs to be done.
Okay.
Help people figure out what to do.
All right. Now, as far as
So there are resources available to you,
Mhm.
but I mean, when you've got your trial date is set for, let's see. What's your trial date? Ms. Ralston, what's your trial? Pardon?
I'm sorry, 13th.
13th of February?
Yes, February 13th.
Okay. So your trial date is in about 2 weeks.
Mhm.
So you got a lot of homework to do between now and then. If you, and hopefully you can get your supervisor of your visits to come on such short notice.
Oh, she will. She will definitely be
Is
there.
it your sister you said? Or
No, it's Cindy Wilhouse, and she'll be there.
Okay,
She'll definitely be there.
okay, well, that's good. But my concern is with the kinds of concerns that you're voicing. There's so many systems, so many different things built into this system to protect your daughter.
Mhm.
Teachers are mandatory reporters to Child Protective Services if they think that she's not being fed and she's not being properly cared for, she's being neglected, and or she's being molested. There are people there in her life every single day that are there to make sure that she is being cared for properly.
You mean her at her house?
No, I mean, I
Oh, okay.
said her teacher is a mandatory reporter.
Teacher at school?
Yes.
Oh, so you're saying, okay.
I'm saying the teachers are there and they are mandatory reporters, and if they feel a child is being neglected or abused in their home, they are required by law to make a report to Child Protective Services.
Okay.
So that's the first hurdle you have when you're talking to a judge. The judge knows what the system is. They know how the system is supposed to work. And they know your daughter's got other people besides just her mother to speak as to what is in her best interest. So you have a huge uphill battle when you live in Florida.
No, I live here, but I'm trying to go back to Florida. I just want to show you real quick. I mean, so I like I said, I did come back to California to move here. This is the house, the room for my daughter, but I guess living in a house with no room, sharing a bedroom with her boyfriend and her mother, and having a daycare ran in a house is better environment for my daughter. So
You
yeah.
have photos of your ex-wife's house.
This is my house that I have two empty rooms for my daughter could be living in right now here in California.
Okay.
But that's all right. I'll present all this to trial.
Yeah, but it's my job to make sure you understand that the likelihood of you prevailing, given this domestic violence restraining order you have against you right now, is slim to none.
That's okay, because I'll get the victim report, and because the whole domestic violence, what she doesn't want to admit to anyone is that I was sleepwalking, and it's actually documented that I was under medications and sleepwalking during the entire thing. So like I said, once that comes out, all the other lies will fall out.
It doesn't matter what happened back then. You're in a hole now because of recent behavior.
What's the recent behavior I've done?
You saying to her, I guess it was in an email, you said, you're a sick fucking person.
Mm-hmm.
Doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
I won't be returning to court. I'll get my daughter back my way, as only your way is only proven biased. your punishment awaits you, I promise you that, save your money, fire your lawyer. I'm going to burn you and your entire family tree down.
Yes, I will.
Okay, do you understand that those are terrorist threats?
No, it's a family tree. It's a metaphorical word. A family
Yeah,
tree is a
good luck
metaphor.
with that in court.
Cool,
Under
I
the
will.
current environment of terrorism.
Okay, you want to label me a
I have-
terrorist now? Okay.
No, I'm not labeling you anything. I'm telling you that under the criminal law, those are terrorist threats.
Okay.
And I tell you that because I had a case where a guy did that, and he was very high on cocaine or methamphetamines or something, and he said that, and he ended up in jail for a long time.
Okay.
So I'm telling you that because it's just what I know about the law. That's my job. My job is to tell you about the law and to give you the likelihood of your prevailing at this trial, to try to help avoid your frustration with the process.
No, I'm not
That's what I'm trying
frustrated
to
at all
do.
anymore. I'm not frustrated. I'm just ready to get this over with. So.
Okay, but I'm telling you that the way it's probably gonna be resolved is there isn't gonna be much change after the trial. And, see, the judge even wrote in this minute order from December 11th, you got up from the table in haste before the court adjourned the matter and would not answer important questions posed to him by the court. Father's behavior in court on December 11th, current, not old, long time ago, only confirms the concerns raised by mother and raises concerns for the court as to how he might behave in the presence of the child outside the presence of a supervisor.
Okay.
So your own behavior is not helping you. You're not listening to reason, is what the judge has said in her minute order on December 11th. I'm here as the voice of reason. It's my job to be the voice of reason, to help you understand how the system works now that you've dug yourself into this hole. And I've had clients in this situation. Don't think that I'm not sympathetic to your situation. I am. But I'm telling you, the only way out when you get this far down is through. You gotta do what you're ordered to do, and you gotta wait the time period that the court says you gotta wait. And doing stuff like slinging arrows at mom right now only makes it harder on you in the future. Because if this judge remembers you the next time you come back and ask for unsupervised time with your child, and you're not doing a better job of representing yourself in the courtroom, you could end up, your daughter could be a lot older than 9 by the time you get an unsupervised visit with her. And of course, if you do anything outside the legal system at this point, you're gonna go to prison for a long time. Because parents can go to prison for abducting their own children. And that's what these threats sound like. These threats sound to me like you're threatening to abduct your daughter
Oh my
or
goodness.
burn her mother's house down.
Family
And
tree.
Those are both serious threats.
Okay, well,
The law is gonna take them very seriously.
and
In this day of strong law enforcement.
again, I don't get to talk, but it's okay.
You can say whatever you wanna say now.
Metaf-
I'm doing my job.
Metaphorically speaking, the family tree, which I will burn down, yes. I wrote a song, including the judges, and the song's actually being recorded today at 12:30, which I'll play it in for the court to back up what I meant by the family tree. So you guys can, keep swinging me around as a crazy PTSD, all these things you go on. But I'm just a father who, like I said, only started this venture when I found out what abuses was happening. Like I said, things were great until Michael Escobedo came into the picture. But I'll present all of my evidence at court, as you suggest. Like I said, I appreciate your help, Your Honor.
Yeah, I don't know anything about PTSD, and I didn't use it.
Well, I'm letting you know what the mediator, because apparently the mediator is a doctor and understands PTSD. Like I said, I appreciate your help, and I'll just take this to court.
I understand PTSD. I never brought it up because I never knew you had that diagnosis.
No, I'm just
You're the
letting you
one
know.
that's bringing
I'm
it
letting
up.
you know. It's okay. We can't resolve anything here, so.
Well, what I would recommend, if you ever had any kind of drug or alcohol problem, is that you consider seriously going to a 12-step program.
Why would I do that when I've been sober for a couple of years and already did that?
Oh, because it's a lifetime program.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
You've been an addict.
Pardon?
Have you been an addict?
I've been working with addicts for over
But have
30
you- see, that's the-
years.
okay,
Over
you know,
30 years in my
I'm
free
done,
time.
actually,
In
because
my free time.
That's great because only a true addict will understand an addict, no matter what books other people read. But it's okay.
Well, addicts and for alcoholics I know.
I was never an alcoholic.
Yeah, well, and it's the same ism. It's
Is
the
it?
same ism. And what they say in AA is it's a lot easier to remove the alcohol than the ism from the individual. The ism is the same problem, and it's a chemical dependency problem. They're all chemicals. They just have different effects, and they make people crazy in slightly different ways. It's all the same ism. And in the program, if you work the steps of the program, you can eventually, become really, literally heal a lot of stuff internally. So that's my recommendation for you.
That's what I already did.
But you have to keep doing it though.
I'm already
It's a lifetime program. It's not a do it once and be done.
Okay.
Because what happens is people white knuckle it. They try to keep doing what they've been doing forever, and they revert to old ways.
Okay.
You can slide back in a heartbeat into old ways, and it's really it's a sad situation. You got a child here that you want a relationship with. So I
just want my child to be protected. Even if she goes and lives with my parents, if she goes and lives with my sister, I don't really care if she doesn't come with me particularly. I just want her away from
the court's not
the
going to
environment.
take her away from the mother unless there's some evidence that the child is being neglected. Or
I will
abused
prove
in
that
her
on the
home.
13th for trial. Are we good? I'm
She
done,
has
Your
a
Honor.
teacher. I understand. You want to be confirmed to trial. I get that.
Thank you.
She has a teacher who is required to report to
California
CPS.
teachers that teach about sex ed in third grade, that teach about transgenders and all that in school. Yeah, I'd rather not, it's cool. Your teachers in these schools are just as far out as the rest of them.
I'm writing on the minute order that you told me that you were no longer represented by Sharon Huddle. And, you were advised to seek an MC 050 substitution of attorney form for her. But I'm gonna go ahead and confirm you to trial.
Thank you.
Did you have anything you wanted to add, Ms. Ralston?
I don't think it would be helpful at this point, Your Honor.
Okay, I don't think so either. All right, so, we just need to wait a minute while I get the clerk to come and process the minute order, and you can have your copy for your records.
Thank you.